Hi, I recently put a dark mode, light mode button on my own portfolio website, and I wanted to show you how I did it so that you could do it too. So you can see I've got my website right here, and I have this lovely button up top, and I click it, and ta-da! It changes the whole color scheme, which is really awesome, right? Works how you would expect that it would. Everything changes, and you click it back, and everything changes to the other color scheme. Pretty cool, right? So I did it using this component right here that came from Flowbite. And you can see if I go over to their site, it's essentially the exact same component. Styling is slightly different, of course, but it works the exact same way. Their site is really great. They have a bunch of components that are totally free that work really well in React. I've used a couple of them in a few of my projects. So back to my site and how I implemented it. So what I did is I grabbed their code and I made my own component called darkMode. You can see here on this side of the screen. And I'm using a state variable to track if dark mode is true or not. And then a HandleClick for dark mode, which just flips to the other mode, whatever it's not. And then I'm using a use effect so that if dark mode is true, then the use effect here is inserting the class name dark into the DOM, into the styling of the DOM for the entire app. And the way that this is working to change it is I'm using TailwindCSS, and so it's just throwing it in there, and then it knows that, this is dark mode, we want to have that. So then it applies all of these dark mode classes instead of the normal ones. So it only comes up conditionally when you have dark mode listed in the CSS classes that you're calling. Now this won't work right out of the box like this. There's one more thing you have to do, which is in your Tailwind config.js, you do have to declare that dark mode is a class in your exports. And once you do that, then it should work just fine. So to take you further down the rabbit hole, so I've got all this and setting up dark mode, and of course deciding whether it's the dark or the light button, the sun or the moon that's coming up based on if dark mode is active or not. So this component I threw into my nav bar, and that's here on the right side where I have my buttons. Just put my dark mode right in there. And then I did have to go through my entire app and set dark mode colors for everything so that the text would be light and the background would be dark. And then also figure out an entire light mode color scheme, which I'm not totally set on yet. I'm going to keep refining it, but I'm really happy that I was able to implement this. It only took me about 3 hours. Let me know if you like this video. Search around, if you want to leave a comment below with something that you enjoyed about this. But now if you have any questions, you want me to talk about something a little bit more, that would be great with any other. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.